Welcome back everyone. In today's video, we will explore how to handle raw data preprocessing using pipelines. I have added the raw astronomy picture of the day dataset to our project repository. It's important to note that this data is unprocessed. It contains HTML tags. Like this example, you can see that in the title we have this A tag, and also in the explanation field we have more tags like the P tag or the B tag. This is how the APOD data was before, but in the previous videos I used the clean version, but this time I wanted to keep this one just to show you how to use the pipeline. In this video we will use pipelines to remove HTML tags. Let me walk you through our data cleaning pipeline. We start with the original unprocessed document. We apply an HTML stripping processor to remove unwanted HTML tags. The result is a clean document ready for indexing. The pipeline approach allows us to transform raw data into format that is more suitable for analysis and search. By using an HTML strip processor, we ensure that our data is free from HTML tags, making it more readable and easier to work with. Here is the source of the raw APOD data. I created a script to scrape the entries displayed on this website. If I click on the first entry, you can see that we have a lot of information. Here we have the title, the image credit, here is the explanation, and we also have the date. But you can see that here, for example, we have a hyperlink. Some words are bolded, and when I use my scraper to scrape this HTML page, those stylings are stored in the JSON file. Now let's go to VS Code to see how to work with this type of data. Open config.py and add another constant for the raw data. Let's call it APOD raw. Duplicate the index data script and rename it index underscore data underscore raw. Now instead of importing the engram and default indices, we will import index raw. Down below, change the data path to the new one, which is basically data/apod raw.json. Here we are not using the engram tokenizer, so let's remove it. Go to index data, remove this parameter. And now, since we are going to use pipelines, I will create a pipeline ID. Here is my pipeline ID. I'll call it APOD pipeline. And here we need to create a method that will create the pipeline for us. Let's call that method createPipeline. It will take the ElasticSearch client as well as the pipeline ID. The pipeline is straightforward. It contains a description, which tells you what it does, and uses the HTML strip processor on both the title and explanation fields. Let's collapse the createPipeline method. Here, we need to remove the engram tokenizer. Inside createIndex, we need to remove all of this. And here, let's replace index name with index name raw. Here, there is no need to provide all of this. So this is how the createIndex method should look like. It will just delete the index if it already exists and then create it one more time. Collapse the createIndex method and let's move to insert documents. Again, let's remove the engram tokenizer, but this time we will pass the pipeline ID. Here we are going to change the method's definition to add the pipeline ID. This is a string. Let's remove this line and use index name raw. To use the pipeline, it's easy. Just go here in this bulk method. We have a parameter called pipeline. We will just give it the pipeline ID. And that's it. So now you can collapse the insert documents method because we finished working on it. Here, remove all of this and just use the constant index name raw. Now make sure to save everything. Open the terminal. Make sure that the ElasticSearch container is up and running. If it is not, you can run sudo docker start ElasticSearch to start it. Make sure that you are inside final project getting started backend, and now we can run our new script index_data_row. And here we don't have a lot of documents. I think we have only 200. Let me just verify quickly. Yes, we have like 183 documents, which is not that much, but it will show us the benefit of using ingest pipelines. Let me run this script. You can see that here it says connected to Elasticsearch, and the number of documents is correct. So it means that we indexed the data. How do we know that this is correct? Well, the answer is easy. Let's go to main.py. Here we need to import index name row, and we are going to use just the regular search endpoint. There is no need to use the other one. Index name row. I will scroll down until I find the get documents per year count and use the row index also. Now save the main script, open the terminal again, and make sure to run fastAPI dev main.py. Here it is taking a lot of time because we are loading the embedding model. We have seen this in the previous video. Okay, great. So the backend server is now running. So it says application startup complete, which means that we can test this. Now let's open our extension, Thunder Client, go to collections, and let's use the regular search endpoint. So what should we expect? If the ingest pipeline worked correctly, we should get the documents without HTML tags. Let me search for Messier. If I click send, you can see that we are getting 0. Why? Because here I have year, so let me just remove it. Maybe we don't have documents that were published in that year. And yes, that was the case. You can see that here we are getting documents back. The first document, you can see that it doesn't contain any HTML tags. Let's compare this. I will open the APOD row file. Here, let me search for this specific document by using the date field. And as you can see, we have, let me just wrap the text. Here is the comparison. You can see that, for example, for the title, we used to have the A tag and the text was, sorry, let me just search for the same document. Yeah, it's this one. You see that we used to have the A tag, but this is the text that we wanted, Messier for. And the HTML strip was able to extract that specific string. The same goes for the explanation. You can see that here we used to have this B tag, and some A tags. Now in this output, you can see that all those HTML tags are gone. So this validates that the ingest pipeline was able to do the job correctly. But let's just run the front-end server just to see this in action in our website. Go to the front-end folder and run npm run serve. Okay, so here is our website. Let's search for Messier. You can see that we don't have HTML tags in the title and in the description, which means that this works. We arrived at the end of this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please, before leaving this video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. See you next time.